What's going on, everybody? It's Jared time. Happy 2021 to everybody, and Merry Christmas. I don't know when you're watching it, but it's almost Christmas where I'm at. And I got a new present for myself, which is a Kenwood SC-SW11, I think, under the seat subwoofer. And I just installed it, and again, I have no experience. I literally just watched a bunch of YouTubes. I Googled some stuff, and I wanted to show you guys my process, so let's get into it. So I already installed it, and I'm just showing you guys the step-by-step on how I did it, the tools that I used to do it. So first of all, I bought this soldering iron from AutoZone. It's pretty legit. I mean, it worked. Again, you can look up how to solder on YouTube. It's pretty, like, I have no, like, again, I have no experience with soldering, but I was able to do it, and so far there hasn't been any problems. This is a pry tool. I'm gonna show you guys how to take off the head unit specifically for the Crosstrek. I mean, there is a video on how to do that. Razor blade. Yeah, so some zip ties, and I'll show you guys the rest when I get into the video. But look, first, to take out the head unit, you want to pry under this. So take a pry tool, and it's got to be plastic, because if don't use a screwdriver, the screwdriver will like mess up the plastic and it'll mess up this. So you have to use one of these. These are like $6 from AutoZone or something, or any car part. Like, just ask for like a pry tool. It's not even the best one, but so yeah, you kind of like slip it underneath there, and you see how it like kind of comes out, and it just pops out, like, see, like that. And you can see the pins here, here. That's where it goes. And you do the same for the other side. So I'm gonna just skip forward. Okay, next, this is like kind of tricky, but if you're on a Crosstrek, like this actually separates this line right here. This comes out. So what I kind of did was, the video that shows it like doesn't really get in deep in there, but they kind of just pry it out, like. But these tools that I have, like these pry tools, they don't really work. I don't know if you could see this, but it's kind of like, you know, kind of chipping. So what I did was I literally just pulled it. Oh shoot! And it flew. One take. But look, nothing broke. It literally just comes straight out and forward, right? So this is what it looks like. Just so you know, like, that's the direction you want to be pulling this panel thing out. Yeah, like, I don't know if there's a better pry tool. I'm sure there is, but for my purposes, I just used my finger and pulled it out, and you guys saw that it flew at me, because whatever. But now there's 4 screws right here. So there's 1, 2, and then 3 and 4. So you just unscrew those, and I'll show you guys that after I unscrew it. All right, so I removed the 4 screws, and you want to pull it like straight out at the angle that it's pointing at, because if you look right here, it's like being guided by this little thing. So let me see if I could do this with one hand, or let me just try to hold this. All right, so it popped out of its placement, and it's pretty tight. Like, part of the reason why I'm doing this video is because I want to show y'all the connections that I had to do. Like, this was like the hardest part was the connections. So there's this, like, let me see if I can see it. There's this antenna that's on the back. This is the antenna for the radio. So it just kind of hooks in. You don't want to pull it out too far, or you don't want to pull out the head unit too far, because this antenna is like, doesn't give you a lot of room. The other wires, it's fine, but you first want to get this top one out. So hold on, let me use 2 hands. Okay, if this looks all crazy to you, I don't know what half of these wires do, or I don't even know what like 90% of the wires do, but what I learned from looking up at the forums is I think this is for a CD player, by the way, which I don't have. Like, I guess the basic Crosstreks don't have a CD player, but yeah, that's what that would be for, I think. Yeah, these are just different components. So what I did was I removed every single one of them, and I'll show you where I spliced the wires for the speakers that I did myself. So removing that last pin was kind of tricky, but look, this is what the back looks like. Just the radio head unit setup. But this is where, if you're gonna do this, you're gonna spend most of your time. At least I did. Right, and I know it looks kind of crazy, but I recommend, well, if you're watching my video and you're doing this on a Crosstrek, I think you could pass without getting this, because what this will do is it'll show where there's a current going into the car. Oh shoot, I'm bleeding. Oh well. Sorry, maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me see. So when I looked up on the forums, they said there's a six pin connector, which is this. I don't know if you could see this, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pins, right? And a 10 pin connector. So this is 10. I'm not going to count for you, but this is 10, right? What I learned from looking online is that this 6 pin connector, specifically this, is the rear setup, or the rear, this is a connection for your rear speakers. So if you're going to be installing speakers on your own, shoot, which one is which? Hold on, I gotta look at my paper. Okay, so the Kenwood says that this is the right, this gray line is the right side of the speakers. So the solid gray is the positive, and there'll be a gray with a black line. Let me see if it'll focus, which is on the right side. That's the negative. So look, if you don't know anything about wiring, what you call it, like sound systems, I didn't, and I just followed what they told me to do on the internet, and also what it says to do here. So these are the instructions that I have, right? Like if you look, it says the same thing. It just said gray with black is negative, and gray solid is positive. So just what this diagram is showing you is that you have to connect the negative wire to the negative pin or wire that's already hooked up to the car. So I don't know if you could see what this looks like, but on the Subaru Crosstrek, the 2019, the negative is this red. So the right negative is red, or if you're looking at it frontwards like this, it's bottom right. That's right side speaker negative. The positive would be the one on top. Right speaker plus is what you'll see. So the plus, you want to have the solid gray spliced into that, which on this is also a gray color. And now I'm looking at it, I think I did it backwards, or no. My bad, guys. Wait, maybe that's the opposite. I found a diagram. Maybe, hold on. Let me look at the diagram. It's downloaded on my phone. So I think I did it backwards, but the sound sounds okay. The main thing is you want to focus on this pin. The reason why is because I think it's simple. Like, this is literally all the rear speakers, this thing. It has 4 connectors, so this is, according to the diagram I just looked up, this is the right side speaker's positive, right side speaker negative. Left side speaker positive, left side speaker negative. So if you look at it, 1 is right positive, 2 is left positive, 3 is right negative, 4 is, or this is 6 actually, left negative. Anyway, I don't think it matters. Maybe it does, but so if you look at this job that I did here, it kind of looks like all scraggly and everything, but essentially what you want to do is you want to open the original wire. And I know that could seem kind of scary. It is for me, but you want to open this original wire. So I bought this cheap stripping tool from AutoZone, and it didn't strip the wire. It literally cut the wire, and that was very frustrating. So I was like, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna solder it. And I've soldered one time before, again, learning from YouTube, but I was like, let's try this again. So what I had to do was cut it open. So this is what took me a long time. So if you have better tools than me, you're probably gonna get this done a lot faster. I was also working in the dark because it was nighttime and it was rainy. But what I did was I cut a loop around the wire with the razor blade. That's what this is. And then I kind of dissected it in the middle to open up the copper wiring. And then what you do is you just spin the speaker comes with like these, I don't know, these like splicing heads, but I didn't use them. I literally just cut this part, or I cut a piece of the wire, I opened it, and then I spliced it to these. So by splicing, I use a soldering iron, right? And then I just, solder the wires together. So now the original wire is still connected, but now there's a new wire, which is from the speaker, that's also connected to that. Okay, and I'll just show you how once you get that all done, that's the hardest part, because this white wire is the right side, and this left wire is the left side, or vice versa. I don't know. Anyway, it's been working fine. I've been bumping, and I just wanted to show you guys the way I did it. Just as long as you know that the tops are positive and the bottoms are negative, and then you splice the wires in the back. So another thing is you have to power the machine. You have to power the speaker, and you only want it to be powered on when the key is turned. So that's where this 10-pin connector comes in, right? And then you have this tool, this circuit tool. It tells you like when power is coming in. So I don't know if I could do this with one hand. What I want to try to show you is that this is the 10-pin connector. So if you're running on your Subaru, I put it in here, and look, the light turns on. I put it in here and the light does not turn on, which is good. You don't want the light to turn on. Because the car is off. Like, I don't have the keys in the ignition right now. However, when you want your sub to be powered on when you turn the car on. So now I'm putting the key in the ignition, I'm turning it, right? The power is on. And let me show you what happens when I put it in this pin again. Sorry, my fingers are in the way. Doesn't know where to focus. But look, now it's lit up. Sorry, this is terrible quality, people, but I hope this helps. I hope this helps some. So in this one, this is what I use this thing for, but it's for this pin right here. second to the last on the top. So when you take out the key, there's no power coming to that. So anyway, this is the hardest part of the install, is splicing the left and right to the speakers. And I'd recommend the blue and white cable that comes with the power into this, the 1, 2, 3, into the number 3. And that way the cable will, or the sub will only be turned on once the car is started. So for this Crosstrek, it's this yellow wire, not this red and blue one that's all the way on the right. It's this yellow one. Okay, and so now look, if you see these wires here, I didn't bother cleaning it up. I mean, maybe I should, because it is kind of falling out. But if you watched my other video on when I did the fog lights, which still work, by the way, they work fine. Yeah, that's what I had to do, is I ran the wire underneath the car, so you can see it here. Right, kind of janky, but no one sees this. I removed some of these panels, so I took off this panel. I don't know if I want to show that, but I removed this panel. I think I could do this one. And the rest of the setup, it has several wires. The yellow is the power, and let me just show you how I did that. I did it the same way that I did the fog lights. So you see, like, this red is the fog lights that I did, still working, no problems. This is actually in a weird place. I think I could redo it if I wanted to, but we'll see. Like, I literally can't see the red, or I barely ever see the red. It hasn't gotten wet, it's been raining. Then let me show you how I hooked it up. Just so you can see, I ran that yellow wire all the way through here. Very simple. I mean, guys, if I can do this, literally anyone can do it. I had to buy this, like, female ring connector thing, because it did have like a male side of it, and now I have 2 accessories hooked up to my battery. So yeah, that's how that goes. And let me show you what it looks like. I have it coming out here. I was thinking of buying like that scrunchy thing, but I was like, screw it, I'll just tape it. So it's just a bunch of wires, just black. It kind of does look funny, but here is, oops, here is the sub. Got a shovel. It's pretty hidden. Oh, sorry. There you go. That's where it is. I keep it right under my seat, and that was actually pretty good because it wasn't moving. The shovel's right here. And yeah, you just plug in those things. I'm telling you, like, once you wire the thing, figuring out where the wires go is the easy part. The hard thing is how to connect the new wires to the old ones. Oh, it also comes with a remote. So this is the remote. You'll see it powered on. Anyway, so yeah, that's how you do it. Let me just show myself here again. Sorry, this is a pretty crappy quality video, but anyway, I bought the thing on Amazon. It was like $170 or something, and to install it at Best Buy or at another place was running upwards from $130 to like $180, and I was like, maybe I could just pay someone to do it, or let me see if I could do it myself. So I hope this helps anybody who's thinking of wanting to install, especially on a Crosstrek. Let me put everything back in and just give you a little bit of a sound test as best as I can with the phone's audio. So we'll be right back. But I did want to show a little bit of what the system can do. So maybe I'll just stop it after like 4 seconds. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted. Oh, that's not the part. So if you have headphones, like, or if you're in a car speaker or system, then maybe you want to try it and see how this feels, because I'm just on my phone. I'm not like, I don't have any microphone or anything, but you see this is on negative right now, or it's off. It's pretty much off. I have everything set all the way up. That's just how it knocks the most. And yeah, I'll show you the mirror. It doesn't really shake the car that much, but it is what it is. So this is off. This is turned up. It's not shaking. All right, that's all I wanted to play. I don't know if that was already too much, but let me get back here. So there you have it, guys. Install simple. It takes a lot of time. If you have the right tools and you know how to splice, then it'll probably be a lot faster for you. I listen to rap, hip-hop, some EDM. I didn't listen to like alternative or rock. I do listen to that too, but I didn't try not putting it on the speakers. But it sounds great. I like the sound. Like, I have a stock head unit. I don't have, like, the sub comes with an amp. I didn't need any, like, I don't know, when I called a stereo guy, he's like, oh, I got to see whether we got to buy a high low. I didn't need that, you know. So yeah, I just did it the way that I am capable of doing it. I hope this helps any of you guys, and if you want, I recommend picking it up. It's not gonna like shake the whole car. It's not gonna wake up your neighbors, I think, but it'll give like extra low end bass. Like, I've been listening to music for the whole day, just riding around, and it sounds good. Like, I can't complain. It feels great to have done it myself, and hopefully this video will help you guys. So if you like that, like, share, comment, subscribe, and put out more content whenever I put a new part on my car. So all right, you guys, God bless, peace.